I am your host, Kevron187, and this is the Daytona 500 presented by ABSA Season 11. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and watching a great race that is about to unfold in front of our eyes. Hope you all stick around and watch till the end. We're going to be full of excitement today for sure, from the drop of the green flag to the checker flag. We're going to have all kinds of crazy excitement. And listen, this is going to be based off of no damage setups, custom setups. So we're going to have some super fast cars. We're pretty sure we're going to have a good amount of cautions and a good amount of the big ones to happen. But it's all part of the fun of the action of racing, and these guys here at ABSA are ready to present that to you all here shortly. So for those that didn't tune in for last week, we'd had the dual qualifying races. We only done one single qualifying race due to the shortage of people that were able to qualify due to life and all other circumstances that prevented them from being able to jump on. But no matter the case, MDM in the 00 and Red 45 Neck in the 9 are your front row starters for first and second place. So they're going to be the ones leading the field to the green flag for tonight's race. And then, of course, when we jump on, we will show you all the rest of the field and their perspectives from where they are going to start at for the Daytona 500. Again, thank you all so very much for tuning in. Hope you all enjoy this race tonight. We're going to take a little bit of a short break right off the bat, try to get everything settled in, waiting for everybody to tell us, when it's time to jump on and overview all of the racers. We are stoked to have our Season 11 to start off with everything that is just mixing the pot. From rookies to Season 1 veterans, Season 2, 3, 5. So, I mean, all these guys that have been here. Okay. All right, bud. I got you. Anyway, oh no. Okay. Never mind. We got it. Sorry, folks. Had a little bit of a freak out moment. So anyway, I thought for a second that we were going to be going to break here for a little bit. We are actually about to start now. So everybody is just now getting on and jogging to the positions of where they had finished in the dual race accordingly. And then the guys that had not made it to the dual race, those that are full-time will start where they were able to jump into the lobby accordingly. And then, of course, the guys that didn't make it behind them will file in behind them as well. Man, I can't wait for it, dude. This is going to be freaking awesome. So Zebo, he is actually listed as the number 4 for the season. He is driving the 48 car for Mr. JC Live in honor of JC's mother, who had just recently passed away. Do be in prayers and keep JC's family in your thoughts as we pray that he mourns through his loss and tough times. And JC, as I mentioned a couple races ago, I might have forgotten to mention it last week. He is in the Navy and will be returning within either this year or next year. I cannot remember exactly right now, but serving our country, man, in the Navy, it is a high honor, and we love him and respect him for that. JC is also our Season 1 champion, so it really hits home, man. And we hope that you all enjoyed. JC, we love you, buddy. Your family and you are in our thoughts and prayers as always. Much hugs, much loves, man. Anyway, we do. Oh, there you are, JC. Appreciate you, man. Hey, I do hope you enjoy this race, brother. We're about to get set and ready for the green flag to drop. As you see, the 00 and the 9 of MDM and Red to take the field of the green flag to start our Season 11 Daytona 500. Here they come to the stripe. Green flag's out in the air. Here we go for season 11. Let's have a good show, boys. As we have completed our very first lap, you see everybody jostling back and forth to try to get as many positions as possible. Rambo going down below the double yellow line, but should not obtain a penalty there since he was all by himself. Probably had a little shot from the 3 car there to shoot him down there. Not a problem at all, though. We are still going straight, and with a green flag still out in the air, everybody is now starting to single file to get it kind of sorted out. And get comfortable with what they've got set up for this race. You see there in the 48 car, there's Zebo. He is our president and season 1 Daytona 500 champ. He is no stranger to the victory lane, but he is definitely a stranger to that 48 car. As I mentioned before, that is in honor of JC and his family. And so it is a great privilege to see that 48 car running for the Daytona 500 right now. Meanwhile, we've got all kinds of cars still battling out there, trying to get whatever position is possible. We've got the number 6 car on the outside. He's actually now tagging the wall. That's going to slow him pretty good. That is Rambo. And we got the 48 car now with the number 9 working behind him, trying to work on the outside here to get past these front 4 cars. But it is super tough holding a 2-car tandem there on the outside lane to try to pass 4 cars there. As you can see, they went behind the line. Now they're going to jostle back up to the outside lane here, see what they can get, but still not enough of momentum to be any threat to take the lead from that 00 of MDM. Meanwhile, Rambo back there trying to make... excuse me, that is not Rambo. That is the number 8 of Ranger. He's trying to make do with the number 88 of... Forgive me, all these cars is numbers. Sorry, guys. Skywalker. I should have known. Skywalker was in the 88 last year. So Skywalker here, he sees that there's nothing really to lose, being behind the front pack here. So he's going to do whatever he can to get around the 21 and so on and so forth. Him and Ranger there. Ranger, he is a winner of this league. Let's see here. He's got about 35, 36 different wins, if I'm not mistaken. No, he actually has a little bit more than that. I think it's so close to 40. So he's going to be looking to put the Daytona 500 under his books as a win. As you see, all these cars doing whatever possible to try to take the momentum on the high lane to push them. Whoa. Uh-oh. Got a little bit of contact going on. Come on, guys. Let's straighten her up. Let's see here. Let's see. Looks like it might have gotten straight. Yet I've not heard a caution, but we'll find out here. Okay, still no caution. Everybody kept it straight. Good deal. Okay, so here we go. Here's the 88, the 6, the 2 of Doug. Doug had been in the Chevrolet of the 24 for a couple of seasons now, and he was looking forward to taking the championship away from Red and Skywalker last season. Came out as a wild card kind of deal. Not a lot of people counted him to take the Final Four, and here this cat come in with some speed and the will to try to take that championship away. He came up a little bit short, but that is no short feat to be able to make it to the Final Four there those last few races. Mr. Doug 58, man, he's a pretty fast cat. He's kind of a Matt Kenseth type of deal, if you ask me. Quiet. Sometimes you'll catch him in the back and not really think much about it until all of a sudden he's up there in the lead and he's taking a win from you. Little sly fox. I'll nickname him that. Oh, we got some cars up here in the grass. Let's see what that was. The 48 of Zebo. And possibly the number 8 of Ranger Danger. As you can see, though, the 00 of MDM don't have the lead no more. He's sitting back here in 4th, while Below Average and Texas Boy are now the front 2, with Redneck hot on their tail in 3rd place. Cool to see that little red, white, and blue 3 car there flashing before your eyes here, coming through the turn 1 and turn 2 part of the track. Meanwhile, that cat there in that number 1 car, man, he's drinking a bunch of energy drinks to stay up in that lead. But he's got a pretty good handful here coming up here if he ain't careful, because you got the number 9 here, who's a super fast cat as well himself. A 6 straight championship with 6 straight championships under his belt. That is Redneck in the in the 9 car there, with the 00 of MDM behind him. Meanwhile, they're still back here jostling for positions. Cars are just out of control, loose, scary loose. What a wild start to this race. Still no cautions. That is unbelievable. The number 1 barely just clipped that apron there, because the 37 was on his bumper there, shot him up the track too. Somehow they were able to get everybody in line. Oh, we got a little bit of contact here. A little bit of contact between. Oh! The 48's going around. 48 just went around. That probably will call the caution. I've not heard caution yet, but I'm pretty sure that is a caution. The 48 of Zebo there has some contact with some cars back here. I couldn't really tell, because it happened so fast, what all got started. Let's see here. The caution is out. Caution is out. So as the caution comes out, we're going to look back through here. We'll see the 24 of Death Note and the 22 of Nitty. Death Note here is a Season 1 veteran. Has a winless streak in the ABSA Cup Series, but in the lower division series of the Xfinity, back when we ran it in Season 2, Season 3, I think it might have been, he won an Xfinity Series race. I couldn't tell you where it was at, but he's won plenty of B mains back when we ran B main and A main races from Season 1 going into Season 2. So with the caution out, everybody is now getting their breaths collected. Saying that kindly, because I'm pretty sure everybody was holding their breath there. I know I sure was. It's hard being able to talk and hold your breath at the same time, folks, let me tell you. So here we go. Pit stop should be open at this time. We'll see how everything pans out. And once everybody goes through pit road here, we're going to put our camera view on the very first pit stop, or pit stall, my apologies, so we can get a full bird's eye view of everybody that is in the pits, to see who comes out first and so on and so forth. And it looks like possibly the 88 of Skywalker is going to be our very first pit stall. And look at that, fuel only for the 88. So that's going to be a little bit of a doozy. The number 88 coming out with some little bit of strategy there. He's not really worried about tires, it looks like. Same deal with the number 3 and the 24. Now let me tell you, that number 3 car right here, this is Below Average Wang. He is our brand new racer, Season 11 rookie. This cat is no rookie behind the wheel, ladies and gentlemen. This red, white, and blue car that he is driving right here will flash before your very eyes if you ain't careful with him. This cat has some speed, I'm telling you. Now this cat right here too, he's got nothing to lose. Again, as I mentioned, this is Death Note. Got a winless streak here for the ABSA Cup Series. But this cat right here, he knows how to get it done when it comes to finishing up in the top positions when it's needed done. So do not count him out. He could be your very first, he could get his very first win here in Season 11 Daytona 500. One of the biggest races in our series, much like it is in real life NASCAR. So anyway, here we go. We've got the number 88 of Skywalker. We've got the number 32 of Abjack. We've got the 3 of Wang. We've got the 00 of MDM. The 24 of Deathy. The number 9 of Red. Number 1 of Texas. Number 6 of Rambo. Number 8 of Ranger. And the number 2 of Doug. All in your top 10 here. Let's go ahead and put our camera on the very front car here, which is the 88 of Skywalker. And green flag is back underway. Very good start there by the 32 of Abjack there. Hopefully he's got enough cars behind him to be able to push him to the very front before it's too late. Meanwhile, everybody is jogging back and forth. These cars still very unstable from where their setups have just not clicked in just yet. Them tire pressures have yet to come up, so it's going to take them a little bit before their cars stabilize. That bottom line, though, has already formed, so it's extremely difficult yet again for that hot lane to get any momentum that's going to be worth passing the 88 and the 3 here that are sitting here in the top 2, breaking away from the third place car of 24 of Deathy. Now this 24 and this number 1 right here, they're potentially going to make a run on the high lane. As you see right there, they do. So the 24 and the 1 car with a little bit of momentum trying to pass the number 3 and the number 88 for first and second place. They've got the 8 of Ranger behind him, but then again, that's it. Nobody's wanting to take the high lane to try to build momentum up to try to pass the 88 and the 3 for the lead. Though the 24 is holding his own pretty good still, he's going to slide up the track and make it 3 wide. There might be some contact. The 24 still in the wall. Keeps it off of everybody else. Tough break for the 24, though. Looks like that he just missed his corner entry and just got super wicked tight. And that's what the product of having a setup that just takes a lap or 2 to kick in. That car has to build the tire pressures up, and depending on how you've got that car set up, if you do not have it to where it can stay in tune the very first lap you come around, it's still super difficult to be able to handle it. As you saw what Deathy done right there, that is a prime example of that. So here we go. We got the number 8 of Ranger on our sights right here. And as we said, our sights too on the front cars that are jogging and trying to keep off of each other, and we're going to have a wreck in front of us right here. Mr. Ranger Danger and the number 2 of Doug are wrecking right in front of us. I'll be doggone it. I thought them cars were going to be able to kind of lay off the gas pedal there and let everybody sort itself out, but by the looks of it, that was definitely not the case. So now the caution is out. Everybody's going to slow up in single file here. We're going to go back under green after we take our pit stops here. But since everybody's going to pit, we are going to go ahead and put our sights on the number 88. Since he was in the lead at the time of caution, we're going to adjust our camera angle. And we're going to take a short break here, guys. Don't miss out any of the action here, and don't step away for too long. So get yourself a couple of shots if you need to. Get yourself a little bag of chips to munch on, whatever you need to take. That'll get you through literally 60 seconds. You got about 2 minutes. Yeah, I'll say about 2 minutes. We're going to sit back here for a little bit. We're going to go silent, keep our eyes on the 88 car here, and we will be right back, folks. Alrighty, folks, we are back here in our season 11 first race of that is the Daytona 500. So we're going to change our camera views now. We're going to, instead of keeping our eyes on the number 88, we're going to put our sights on the number 9 here, the number 9 of Red 45 neck. A lot of the storm pretty much gets produced right here between 5th on back, so maybe we'll have something brewing right here within the next couple of laps. Man, I'm telling you right now, this race has just got started, and already it is a barn burner. And here we go. Green flag back underway. We can already see it back here. 3 wide for the very last spot of... oh, goodness. The number 6 and the 32, it looks like they have some contact there. Let's see what happened right there. Mr. Smoking Rambo and the 32 of Abjack. They are falling back super quick. That ain't good, guys. We have to catch up to this front pack here. Do not let that front pack get away from you. Now after that contact made, they're going to work together to do just that there. Meanwhile, let's set our sights here on the number 22 of Nitty. This cat, he is another quiet one that y'all have to keep your eye on. This yellow and red Pennzoil car has found its way to victory lane on multiple occasions last season and the season before. This is right here a very, very, very highly respected underdog in a lot of people's view. And he don't mind that. He don't mind that people overlook him, because that's when everybody lets their guards down. And this 22, this cat right here, he'll take that win from you, no questions asked. And it's not because he does it and just like he backs into a win. This cat's got the speed to do it. He has the ability to win races when nobody expects it, and that is highly dangerous. Be on the watch for the number 22 here. So as we go and talk about as many guys as we can. Everybody seems to be, single file for the most part. You see there in the back, a lot of cars are kind of jockling around still to try to get what they can out of it. So, there ain't no chance of them catching up to the front pack here as long as the front pack stay like this. So anyway, let's go ahead through the field here. Here's your number 37 of the St. Louis Cardinals fan. He has been a veteran of this league here for about 4 or 5 seasons now, I believe. And this cat is a real cool cat to talk to. He's been around for quite a bit, and a lot of guys here really enjoy his company. We really like to see St. Louis Cardinals fan take his first win today too. Never really gets into anybody. Always tries to make friends. Always, like I said, tries to have a good time. But right now, he ain't making good friends with the 21 car. Something's going on with that beef right here, because I believe the caution's out. That's exactly why. Did not get the word that the caution was out, and I'm not sure what had happened. My apologies, folks. Let's see here. Maybe it has something to do with the 24 car and the 6 car right here. Well, alrighty, so the yellow is out. Texas, that, right, who's that, caused by? I didn't see it. Racing incident in the back, 10-4. Alright, thank you. So there we go. Racing incident in the back right here was the cause of the caution. So that is definitely due to the number 6 and the 24 here. But it didn't seem like it was a personal deal, just strict racing deal going on. So no harm, no foul between anybody's emotions. So while everybody's getting around to go ahead for their green flag runs, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and stick with this cat right here, the number 6 of Rambo. He's also a Season 1 veteran. Been on and off the league here for a little bit. Family and all that, and just the times that he's been able to get on the game and the times that he couldn't because of work. More times than not, he's not been able to race. But that's okay. We are, again, happy to see him, especially in the number 6 Castrol car here. Back with us racing. Don't look like there's a whole lot of takers. The number 17, and that looks like the 32. Yep, the 17 and the 32 of Applejack. We'll get to the 17 here in a little bit. But anyway, Mr. Rambo here, he is a multi-cup winner here. I believe he's won here a couple of times, and in the Coke Zero 400 Daytona race. He's definitely won at Talladega a couple of times. So this guy right here, when it comes to restrictor plate racing, this cat knows how to get to the front and win. So let's go up here to the 22. We have already covered the 22 car here, Nitty. A multi-cup winner as well. This cat's looking to try to snag his first ever Daytona 500 win, too. St. Louis Cardinals fan. We've always enjoyed his company. We already covered him, but it never hurts to cover him one more time. Cat right here, he has done really well in the league and fit in pretty well as with the brotherhood here. And man, I tell you what, I really I don't know what anybody else will say about him, but I'll tell you for my sake, he's a funny cat to listen to, buddy. I'm telling you. Skywalker, he is our leader right now and our season 10 champion. I think I covered him last week about it, but let's just go ahead and cover him one more time, because this cat right here, he is probably the fastest uprising star that we have in our league. Started winning a bunch of races here a couple seasons ago, was on a threat of winning the season 9 champion before myself, Kevron, did. He was able to I was able to nab the season 9 championship, but man, I had a fight for it. This cat right here, he made me work for for everything that I could to get that championship. And then, of course, he goes on to Season 10 to show why he should have won the Season 9 championship in his eyes. Anyway, let's keep our eyes on this right here. We'll come back to going through the field here momentarily. As green flag is back underway. Oh, my apologies, folks. We are waving it off. Crossing this line right here is 10 laps to go. So when we come back to the green flag, we will have 9 laps to go. So as we take another lap here around under caution, let's just go ahead and file through the field as quickly as we can. Number 48 is Zebo right here. He is actually in the number 4 car for the season. As I mentioned earlier, he is racing for in memory of JC's mother, who had just passed away. President of the league, on the verge of retiring this year from full-time competition and from his presidential seat. So if that was to come to pass, we will duly and surely miss him. My apologies. As I stated before, he is our Season 1 Daytona 500 champion. Been a winner of this league, I think, 10 or 11 times. Yeah, I believe he's an 11-time winner. Definitely 10 for sure. So anyway, he's no stranger to victory lane, but he is in a dry spell. So maybe this right here will break it today. And we'll go to the number 2, Doug, and then after that we'll go back to green flag. Doug has been a veteran of this league since Season 7, I believe, and he's looking to try to nab his first Daytona 500 win today as well. As I stated in last season, he was on the verge of winning the championship as well. Got himself in the Final 4. Came up short, but we surely did enjoy watching him race. As we go back under green, the number 22 of Nitty is on the high lane here. I don't believe that he was the leader, but let's see what happens right here, if he backs it off or not. The number 48 could have spun his wheels as well. I mean, I say the 48. The number 88 could have spun his wheels as well. Boy, that's a tough way to say that. So here we go. Number 22 of Nitty. As I stated just a little bit ago, this cat knows how to win. He definitely knows how to take the lead, too. So here we go. The number 22 is now in the lead. Number 00 of the MDM car. He is trying to make his way on the high lane here with the 48 of Zebo and the number 9 of Red pushing from behind as they make some contact from the apron here. A huge wreck is about to unfold unless they can save it. No, definitely cannot save it. The number 2 and the 32. Wicked wreck going down below the apron there off of turn 4 as the caution comes out again. Man. just by the looks of it, it could have been the number 48 car of Zebo hit the apron there. As he hit the apron, his car shot up the track and caused a huge chain reaction. So definitely got the confirmation that the 48 car is going to the back due to that being the start of the caution from that deal. Tough break for the 48. So we're going down to 8. Okay, so when we cross the line coming up here a little bit, it'll be 7 laps to go. So when everybody starts pitting here, if anybody takes pit, we're going to be 7 laps to go. So more likely we'll have 6 laps of racing under the stage 1 segment of this race. As you see the 48 there going to the back, taking blame for the caution there. One good thing about this race, though, stage 1 and stage 2 for sure, is when a caution comes out, you don't have a whole lot to deal with as far as making the ground up. You can make it up in a matter of 2 laps if you can. As you see here, the 22 trying to fake the 48, coming back up the racetrack. So we got all of the front 10 cars, it looks like, staying out. Meanwhile, the 37, 17, 2, and 48, they're coming down the pit road. They were more towards the back, so they are not completely worried about what the front here are doing. They're going to get themselves some Sunoco fuel and 4 fresh Goodyear tires, more than likely. Let's see here. The 17 definitely is taking its time, so that is definitely what is happening here. Never hurts to get some fresh tires on when it comes to 6 laps to go when we get back to green flag racing. So while we're under caution here, let's go ahead and back through the field here. So Speed King, okay, this cat right here, he is a season 9 rookie. Season 9 rookie, okay. So this cat right here, he hasn't had a win at all in the Cup Series here. I believe he's got 1 or 2 poles, if I'm not mistaken. But this cat right here, don't sleep on him. This Fastenal 17 Ford here is no stranger to when it comes to making it to the front. Like I said, yet to grab a win, but this cat knows how to get it done. He is a good enough racer. He can definitely surprise somebody. Anyway, Bama 24 wins. Now, this cat right here, he is a season 10 rookie, but this cat's no rookie behind the wheel for sure. He has actually been a member of Abajak's league, who we just talked about here a little bit. Abajak has a league, Checker Flag PS4 Racing, that he started back in 2011. Myself, Bama, Zebo, Red, and a whole bunch of other guys that are in this league has been a part of that league from the very beginning. So, want to give thanks to Bama 24 and Abajak for as the 48 here in the back kind of does a little spin out. But anyway, as I was saying, we appreciate 21 and Abajak's okay, sorry for the confusion, folks. They were waving it off because of the 48. Everybody started gunning it there, and I thought, well, okay, everybody's waving it off, and then everybody started going. I'm like, well, this is confusing. So now that everybody's got the same message here, we're going to pick it up a little bit until we get around the backstretch, seemingly, and then we'll slow back up again and get everybody back in order for green flag racing. So anyway, Bandit with 24 wins. Like I said, season 10 rookie, not any wins, of course, but this cat right here, don't count the Wood brothers out. Don't count anybody out. Let me just get this out of the way. This is the Daytona 500. This cat, these cats in this field right here, they know how to win. Some of them may not have a win under their belt in this league, but they definitely know how to win anyway. So let's get that out of the way. But anyway, Bama 24 wins in the 21 car. And then, let's see here. We already covered Spoken Rambo. Already covered Nitty. St. Louis Cardinals, Skywalker, Zebo, Doug. Okay, so we're at MDM right here. But we'll cover him after we go to green flag here. Green flag is back underway. The 22 gets a heck of a start right here with the number 3 car of below average Wayne getting right in front of the 88 as soon as they crossed over that line. That is a legal move and a really good move too. That move under that number 1 car there was under the double yellow lines. He's going to get hooked by the 21 car there of Bama. Ooh, let's put our eyes back here and see what happens. As you see the 22 leading the field, everybody back here is starting to get everything lined up, organized. For the most part. Mr. Death Note under pressure by the 48 of Zebo. 24 and 48 in real life are teammates, but the 24 and 48 in this race are definitely not teammates. But Zebo will do whatever it takes to get himself back up into the lead. And by the gap that is increasing between the 24 and the 8 of Ranger, he needs to do something to help get himself back up into the front pack contention here. Same with the 17, same with the 9. Number 8, he looks like he's just barely keeping the draft here behind the number 1 car. As you can see, he's definitely closed the gap right there. The 21 and 32 trying to work on the high lane there to try to make some move. Here comes the 8 after the 32 went down low. The 8 went high, thinking that he could pick up another position right here. Don't look like it's going to come to fruition, though, as they do drop right back in front of Applejack here. Man, that was close. 3 laps to go. Coming to the end of stage 1. Do you think this is the end of the race? No, this is the end of stage 1 coming up as the 21 of Bama gets shoved up the wall. Don't know exactly what happened there, but meanwhile the number 8 of Ranger is trying to hold off the number 1 of Texas, trying to figure out how to get up there to the 22 here, leading the whole pack. Number 2 going to the high lane there. That is Doug. He is going to pick up a couple of positions here, but can he hold that momentum where he can pick up the lead? And I can already tell you that answer is going to be no, not a chance. Sorry there, number 2. Better luck next time. Because of that, the number 1 of Texas has now entered his way up to the top 5. Actually, I think he's entered his way up, to the top 5. Sorry, I thought that was for 4th place. So you got the number 22 of Nitty. You've got the number 3 of below average Wayne. You've got the, oh my gosh, there are so many cars to go through. 22, 3, okay, 88 of Skywalker, 00 of MDM, number 1 of Texas. All right, here we go, top 5. Coming to 2 laps to go once we make our way back around another half a lap here. We're going to keep our eyes. I know there's probably going to be something happening in the very back of the pack. But we're going to have to keep our eyes right here, folks. My apologies. 2 laps to go. Coming up right here, Mr. Nitty and the 22 Pennzoil. Leading the entire front pack right here. The second pack behind them. Starting to build up a little bit of momentum. Oh, and there's a wreck happening. Oh, a huge wreck. Huge wreck. Between the number 8 of Ranger and who was that? The 8 of Ranger and the number 2 of Doug. That started with some contact between Texas and somebody else. I'm not sure who it was that got made contact with number 1 car. But meanwhile, the number 22 now is under threat of getting the lead taken away from him by the number 3 of below average Wang on the high lane. Where does the 88 go? Does he go high? Does he go low? Let's get this on the 3 wide. 3 wide coming to the final lap. Wang. Wow. Wang took your stage 1 win. And again, I have to apologize, folks. I thought that was the last lap coming across the line. That is actually the finish. So the number 3 taking the stage 1 win. Could not tell you who is second and third in the stage 1 there. It is definitely between the 88 and the 22. By the looks of it, I want to say the 22, but again, we'll have that confirmation for later on. Alright, green flag for stage 2 is back underway, folks. My apologies, folks. I feel silly for giving y'all the misinformation about what lap we were on. Anyway, let's just recover right here and go to watching another good restart. I say good restart. Yeah. Man alive, we got a bunch of cars here. Poor Deathy getting messed up all over again from a bunch of people getting stacked around the restart. He's going to lose the draft for stage 2 already. Right off the bat. Meanwhile, let's go back up here to the lead. Enough of that. We've got the 3 of Wang, who just took the stage 1 win. The 32 of Abjack, he has now crawled his way back up into the top position. Or the top 2 positions. My apologies. Number 1 of Texas Boy. Oh, we got some more contact back here. Guys are still getting squirrely. Setups have yet to come in. The 21 got squirrely. He put the 88 in the wall from getting loose under him. The number 1 of Texas. He is calling that. Oh, the 22 of Nitty. He has gone down and has hit the inside retaining wall. 22 of Nitty now having a little bit of contact made, wrecking down into the inside wall. Caution is out for sure. Tough break for Nitty. He was right there, running there at the end of stage 1, ready to nab that stage 1 win before the 3 car of below average Wang took it from him. The yellow is out. The yellow is out. We're going to go and file through the field here to see where everybody has crossed the line and what position. So as you see, the 3 car of the below average Wang, 32 of Abjack, and the number 9 of Redneck, top 3. The wreck was caused by a lag that we are getting confirmation about. Don't know who the lag was from, but nonetheless, it is a super tough break for the 22 of Nitty. Meanwhile, the 24 of Deathy, he had lost that draft. He is now back into it, and as I said earlier, especially in stage 1 and stage 2, nobody is out of contention to win this race without a shadow of a doubt. But when it comes to being wrecked there, and there's less than 5 laps to go, you can go from starting at the very back of the pack to winning the stage within that matter of time. So as we see all the cars coming down the pit road here, some elect to stay out. Below average Wang, Redneck, and the 48 of Zebo are now your top 3 when we cross the start finish line. But meanwhile, we're going to go to pit road here and look to see who is all going to come out where. Well, let's go to, I believe the MDM machine is going to be our front look right here. As you see all the cars starting to peel out. The number 32 of Applejack comes out of pit road first, with the 00 of MDM coming out right behind him. Good for those guys, but at the same time, they are still going to have to start from 6th on back behind these 5 cats right here. The 3 of below average Wang, the 9 of red 45 neck, the 48 of Zebo, the number 2 of Doug, and the number 88. So here we are again on the number 88 machine, Mr. Skywalker. And I'm going to tell you all right now, you know who my pick to win today is? These guys right here. Every single one of them. Every daggum one of these cats that I had been able to click through has a chance to win it. And I predict all of them to win, because I don't know who's going to win. This race is so crazy already. It is untelling. I mean, this is the fullest field this league has had in a long time, folks. So nice to see everybody here, man. This is so cool. I can't stress that enough. As we go to come back to start the as we come back to get the green flag here, as I try to get my words together, everybody's trying to jostle already to try to get the positions they can. Green flag is underway. The 3 car makes contact with the 48 right off the bat. I don't know if that was a lag or what, but that had definitely cut the 48's momentum. 48 trying to side draft best he can, but is to no avail with the bottom line there, having more cars in the top. That momentum quickly is in favor. Wow. What an incredible save by the number 37, a St. Louis Cardinals fan. He will unfortunately lose the draft. I cannot believe, and there's still, huge wreck by the number 6 here. The 6 of Rambo is turning around. Caution will definitely come out. Some heavy contact made from cars dicing and around there in the corners there. Don't exactly know who hit Rambo, but we definitely saw the contact on our screen made that has caused the 6th car of Mr. Rambo to come and hit the outside retaining wall with tremendous force. As you see the 6th car coming back around. Let's try, as we go through pit road here, let's try to go through the field once more here. We've got the 00 of MDM 53. This cat's been with us for quite some time too here. I believe he is a season 1 veteran as well. Has a lot of wins with us. I believe he is up to 20 wins, but there forever he was on a hiatus due to work and iRacing. Glad to have him back racing with us here. He started last season a little bit late, but was able to be a full-time racer still, and had a very strong chance, as by the way that he finished last season, to be able to contend in the playoffs, but was just one position short from being playoff eligible. So MDM looking to make his way back into the win column yet again, to push over 20 wins into however many he can pick up, with a championship under his belt as well. This cat knows how to get it done, so do not keep your eyes off of this guy. Do not take your eyes off of this guy. I'm telling you, folks, I will one day get my English down pat, and I will be able to make sense out of everything that I say. So bear with me as we try to get the excitement out of myself out. Again, let's try to make sense. So anyway, so we were on MDM. Now let's go to, let's see, we already covered below average Wang. We already covered Texas Boy, Death Note, Ranger, Abjack. We have not, I don't believe I've covered Abjack. If I have, I'm just going to go ahead and go through them again, because I know there was a thing or two that I didn't mention about him. Abjack, okay, I actually did mention earlier, he is the president of Checker Flag PS4 Racing, and he forever ran that league from 2011 on up till last season. And I do believe he's still running that league, but they run on a different night. So on the nights that they don't race, he'll be racing with us here. Good to see this cat back. He was actually the very first guy that I had raced with league racing altogether. I mean, even in the public lobbies, he was the very first guy that I ever met that had offered me to come and join him in a league. So this cat really helped jumpstart my love for league racing here. So I have to give him a lot of thanks and credit for, you know, the way that we have all became brothers together, and you know, and just enjoy everybody's company and such. He's won a couple of races last season too. He's won the very first race that he ever joined, which was the Chicagoland All-Star race. So we've got that, and he won at Bristol too. Meanwhile, Green flag is now back under again. This guy, man, back underway. Green flag is back underway. There we go. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Green flag is definitely not out. We're going to have to race back around again. The number 00, the number 6, and the number, who was that? The number 3. We are getting word that the lag was the cause of that caution by the number 3. Still have yet to get a confirmation about what had completely happened. So as the field comes to a halt here, under caution yet again, trying to figure out what had happened. Hang on just a second, folks. Okay, folks, so we just got confirmation that now we are going under a 2-lap caution rule, which means that the first 2 laps have to be completed before cautions are available, given what accidents have been happening just about right after a restart. And it's very unfortunate because that last caution was due to a lag. However, the rules have been in place and enforced now by the admins of this league. Starting from here on out, we're going under the 2-lap caution rule. So, rather unfortunate, but, you know, this is to help out getting the race done a little bit quicker. And so, I can tell you right now, just from a racer's perspective, if I get lagged from another car that lagged into me or onto me or whatever the case is, if I was the one getting wrecked and I had no control over that and I was at no fault whatsoever and I couldn't get a caution from it, I would definitely be, ticked off about it. But the rules are the rules, and again, those rules are in place specifically due to the matter of trying to get the race done quicker. So maybe in a race like this I would be very ticked off just because of the Daytona 500, but we have had many races that we've had incidents like this before where we've had 3-lap caution rules, 4-lap caution rules, even as much as 5-lap caution rules if it given the short tracks. And, when cautions happen under those circumstances, let me rephrase that. When the wrecks happen under those circumstances, it's mainly due to a racer error instead of a racing error, if that makes sense. And here we go again with a 48 here, spin it out. So we're going to have to wave it off, I do believe. We'll have to go another lap around. I'm not sure what that was about. However, so I hope that I cleared the way that the rule is laid out as plainly as I can. We are going back under green. Oh, well, my apologies, folks. I was under the impression that we were not going back green because everybody wasn't really lined up in the back here. Yet here we are, back to green flag. See the number 32 of Abjack there in the front, and of number 22 of Nitty there. A little bit of jostling going on back here yet again between the number 1 of Texas, the number 00 of MDM, and the 24 of Death Note. Meanwhile, the number 9 of Red, he is the only cat that has done his darndest to get that outside lane working, and not a single soul has been able to help him out. I feel for that cat. I hope he finds some people to be able to work with on the hot lane there to pass all the cars he can for the lead. Meanwhile, the 37 of St. Louis Cardinals fan, he is back here trying to fight his way up into the top 5. But he's got to fight through the number 3 of Below Average Wang and the number 8, my apologies, of Ranger to get up there. Meanwhile, wow, a little bit of shake and bacon back here. Some cars having to dive below the double yellow line there. And the 21 just hit that apron, but not the apron that I'm, by normal standards. That was a lag bump on that apron. There's a part of the apron there from the transition of the backstretch into turn 3. If you have your tires perfectly on that double yellow line, it will lag your car to the left or right. So everybody has definitely got to be careful using that lane to make any kind of moves or just to keep that line going for their momentum, because that car will definitely shift left or right and is so unpredictable. It could cause a wreck, thus causing the big one. So we're going to go up here to the front here. This our Season 10 champion, number 88 of Skywalker. Pushing the number 22, who is also pushing the 32 here, 1, 2, and 3. Number 21 of Bama. As I mentioned earlier, this cat knows how to be able to get up here to the front. He has not had a win yet, but this is not a guy to look over, man. This guy right here, he is not afraid to put the chrome horn on somebody's rear bumper, shove him out of the way to take the lead if necessary. Below Average Wang, this rookie right here, this is one very fast cat to watch out for. Let's see here if we can get our eyes on who we need to put our eyes on. Oh, here we go. Not who I wanted, but that's okay, because we got some battlings going on back here for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Looks like they're starting to get single filed again. The more they jostle around, the more the cat's back there tries to form a line to be able to make their way back up to the front packs. And this continues on. The bottom 4 right here, yes, they are in line and they are able to push each other and keep up a very good amount of momentum. However, there's 2 problems that are going for them. The 32 car has no draft help in front of him. And I mean, you would think, well, that's obvious. But here's the fact of the matter. The other 4 guys that are behind them, they are driving around by themselves. They don't have any cars on the outside having to do side drafting on them. So while the front 4 cars here are in line, every time a car gets right there on the side of the 3 or the side of the 22, just as you see right here, or the side of the 88, that side drafting just slows down that pack just ever so slightly. Just enough to where the 4 that you just see come to the screen here, they can have a chance to be able to pick up speed and get back up here to the front pack. Let's see how all that pans out. Mr. Texas Boy doing all he can to try to pick up whatever position he can possible. He doesn't feel, as well as the 8 of Ranger and the 21 of Bama, they do not feel that there is enough danger to keep single file here and just race accordingly. They want to shake it up and try to get the lead as soon as they can, but to no avail. Let's put our eyes on the little 4-pack crew right here. We've got in the front row here the number 9 of Red 45 Neck, the 37 of St. Louis Cardinals fan right behind him, the 00 of MDM, and the number 2 of Doug. These 4 cats right here, they can stay single file. They will without a doubt catch up to these front pack. But as you see the front pack now, As I almost said, that they are single file enough to where now they can pull away with ease. These two cats right here are shaking it up with the number 1 sliding way up the track. Let's see what's going on here. Well, don't look like much is going on now. But these cats right here were slicing and dicing. Here's what's going to happen, though. These 4 cats right here, as we go again side by side for 3rd place, the 3 of below average Wayne trying to pass up the 88 of Mr. Skywalker as he does so, allowing the Mr. Texas boy in the 1 car here in 5th place to catch up. That's good for now, but here's the problem. Now 6th and 7th are going to start sliding all the way back to these 4 cats that were trying to catch up to him. Bama and Ranger are now going to make this pack a 6-car pack, and if they hold together, they ain't a shadow of doubt in my mind that they'll be able to catch the front pack within a matter of, I give it about 10 laps. But, of course, within the 10 laps, if I'm not mistaken, green flag pit stops should become available. So, as you see, these 6 cats right here starting to form a line. Let's go back here to see where, let's see here. We got the 24 Deathy. He's all by him lonesome. We got the number 48 of Zebo and the number, it looks like, oh! Okay. Well, so much for teamwork. These 2 cats weren't content with, they weren't content with staying in front of this pack here. Let me rephrase that. They were not content with going to the back behind these folks. And guess what? Now that's got everybody shaken up. The number 2 of Doug, he got affected the worst from this deal. Now instead of a 6-car field that could come up to the 5-car field, it's a 5-on-5. And guess what? Bama is on the outside of St. Louis Cardinals fan. So there's not a good chance right here that they'll be able to catch up to this pack unless the front pack here decides to do the same thing as you're seeing right here being done. And as you can see, ain't a single soul right now moving out of line. Man, when I get excited, I can't talk, folks. I apologize. We'll get myself collected together eventually. So anyway, as I was showing y'all earlier with Deathy being by his lonesome, Mr. Zebo and the 48 and the number 17 of Speed, they were working together now to catch up to the 24 machine. These 3 right here are going to try to work together by the looks of it. The 24 of Deathy, he rather push. So he's letting all these cats go here that he can to try to push instead of lead the way. So anyway, while that's going on, let's see how many laps we got to go. Hey, can you repeat that there, Texas? Okay, 8 to go. All right, thank you. All right, so we're on 8 laps to go, coming up to 7 laps to go. By the looks of it, Mr. Rambo, is he on pit road? Or is he lagged out? Oh no, Rambo is out. O-U-T. Chalk that up as a blown motor. So as we are dealing with a situation with a 6-car here that is out of the race for a blown motor. We're going to keep our eye on this number 22 machine of Nitty. We're at 7 laps to go, coming up to 6 laps to go for what I've gathered over the radio. Uh-oh. The number 88 and the number 1 here, looked like the 1 was trying to make a little move here on the 88. The 88 denied him, but that caused them a bunch of momentum. Thankfully, they didn't sacrifice enough to lose the draft here as they quickly catch back up to the 3 of below average Wayne. Meanwhile, the 32 of Abijak, the 22 of Nitty, 3 of Wayne, 88 of Skywalker, and the number 1 of Texas, all in the top 5. Less than 6 laps to go now. They are waiting to see when the best move is to be made to try to win stage 2. Looks like the 88 and the 1 trying to get a little bit of a lean back to try to build up whatever momentum they can to slingshot their way around these first 3 cars. Just double checking. Is that 5 to go or 4 to go? I'm sorry, Texas. Is that 5 to go? Okay, I don't know. Okay, so I believe that's 5 to go. We're going to come up to 4 laps to go right here, folks. 4 laps to go. Yep, 4 laps to go. Okay, so here we go. The number 32, as you saw the number 3 of below average Wayne get around the 22 car there. The 32 is leading the pack. 88 trying to figure out the best way to get around these 3 cats right here. Meanwhile, the number 1 is thinking the same exact thing. How to get in front of these 4 cats to take the stage 2 win. It is a matter of getting these next 3 laps down and doing it just right. Here we go. 3 laps to go, folks. Really not much more to be said. We're just waiting to see who makes the first move and what the best move is to be made. As much as the 32 loves leading, he knows he is a sitting duck. And look at everybody lagging back. And as I'm getting the word, somebody over the radio saying that number 22, we're looking at the 22 right here. He's got less than 15% of tread on one of his tires. So we're going to see how... Oh no! Is he blowing a tire? He said that there was less than 50% tread on that tire before they went around that turn there. Potentially is going to lose the draft. Let's see what happens here. We're going to put our sights now on the 88 Skywalker. As he come around the turn 2 right here, he's going to try to make a way around the 3 and the 32. Lost a whole heap and bunch of momentum there, but they are very quick to gather it back up. Meanwhile, the 22 is now back under draft power. I call it draft power. Anyway, so he's got draft power now behind the number 1 machine of Texas Boy, who is now going to have his draft behind the 88 Skywalker to try to help push them back up to the front. And I believe we're coming to the white flag right here. This is the white flag. As that is the white flag, here comes the number 3. He's trying to jostle around to see what he can do to the 32 machine. He won stage 1 already. He ain't afraid to win stage 2. Oh, here we go. Skywalker making his move. Oh, he got forced down below the yellow line by the number 32 machine. That should not be a penalty since he was forced below the yellow line. That caused a whole lot of momentum there from the number 3 machine to below average Wang. The number 88 now having to find a way to hold off the number 32 machine from taking that first position back as they come to the start-finish line. Texas Boy, they're going to make some contact right here. The number 88! I don't know who got that one. Was that the 88 or 32? As we see the 88 coming around the corner here, we are waiting on confirmation at the photo finish of who got stage 2 win. And as we have the confirmation here, Mr. Abba Jack in the 32 has now taken your stage 2 win. 32 of ABSA. What an incredible finish. Here we go. Starting stage 3. We're going to keep our eye on Texas boy here as green flag is underway for stage 3. Our final stage to the race. The 32, giving no room for anybody to get below him. So he decides to go below the yellow line knowing he won't be able to get any kind of penalty doing it that way. Already some contact back here being made. Everybody trying to jostle around for all the positions they can get to put themselves in the best position to take the lead. I can tell you folks right now, you can't go from 10th to 1st. You got to go from 10th to 9th and 9th to 8th and all so on and so forth before you can get to first place. These cats right here are acting like they can do that. They can go from 10th to 1st in a matter of half a turn. Look at these cats back here jostling back and forth. My goodness. Number 17 of speed. He sees a caution already that's about to happen. He's laid back. Hopefully he's not laid too far back because he's looking. He's on the verge of losing the draft already. I don't believe any contact was made to kill his momentum. I think he just laid back because he was afraid everybody was about to wreck. But that is okay. Looks like everybody is now back. Oh! Everybody is going to wreck. Let's see who all saves it. Oh, no! The 22, how did he make it through that is beyond crazy. But the number 21 is wrecked. 48, the number, oh my gosh, let's see here. We got the number 8 of Ranger. We got the 00. We've got the, oh my goodness, we've got just about a quarter of the field that has just wrecked. Number 3, below average Wang. He is now getting back under full power. This cat right here took a very heavy hit in that given perspective. Oh my goodness, you know what I just remember, folks? There is still no caution because we are within that 2-lap caution rule. What a massive change of events right here that we have potentially witnessed. Unless of a legit caution, which is definitely possible, unless if a legit caution comes out. Huh. This changes everything. So here we see the number 32 of ABSA, who have taken stage 2 win, still leading ahead of Mr. Texas Boy in the 1. Red 45 neck, doing all that his darnest to get anything working on that high lane to pass these cats here to take the lead. Nobody has worked with him all day long, with the exception of maybe a couple of racers. But once the momentum is lost because they couldn't get enough help, they bailed on him. He has been left high and dry every single time that he has tried to make that outside lane work. But now here he is behind the number 1 of Texas, trying to fend off the high lane right there with the number 22 of Nitty trying to pass him. But as the same fate happened with Red 45 neck, he had to fall back to the inside line here to stay in the draft pack like so. Meanwhile, 24 of Death Note peeking his way up there to the top 5 once again. Behind him, the 37 of St. Louis Cardinals fan with the number 88 of Skywalker. And don't look now, folks. That number 17 of Speed King is now knocking on everybody's back door right here. We have just started stage 3 for those that have joined in. We've got a barn burner of a race here for season 11. All BS aside is what this league is about. And these cats right here are not giving an inch to try to take what they can to win the Daytona 500. Presented by All BS Aside Season 11. As you can see, just about everybody is, for the most part, stays single file. They're trying to keep all the momentum up they can possible. These 3 cats back here, however, they are not giving an inch to each other, and because of that, they are already losing quite a bit of car length here behind the 24 of Death Note. Should be able to make that ground up, but let's see what happens here. Anyway, let's go a little bit to the back to see how everybody is faring here. We've got the 00, the number 21, and the number 48 all working together to try to salvage what they can from that wreck that happened there right off the restart. Got Mr. Rambo with a blown motor. Number 37, he went below the double yellow line. And if I'm not mistaken, I bet you my bottom dollar he hit that lag on that double yellow line, on the double yellow line apron. So now this front field here has shortened down one less car. Unfortunate for the 37 that he hit that lag on that double yellow apron line. Meanwhile, we've got 7 cars just about under a blanket, figuring out what strategy they can play to try to win the Daytona 500. But there are still plenty of laps to go, and at least I want to say 2 green flag stops. Definitely 1 green flag stops without a shadow of a doubt. Let's see how this plays out though. Anyway, so let's go back here and see what other cars are trying to salvage what they can from this wreck. Poor Doug here, all by his lonesome. He is eventually going to get caught by those 3 that are working together between the 48, 21, and 00. But in the meantime, as he's waiting for them to catch up, below average Wayne, same exact deal. As a matter of fact, he is about to go a lap down. This 1 car right here is about to get freight trained by 7 cars right here. My goodness, what a tough break for a below average Wayne. Super fast car. Definitely going to see him win a race or 2 within this season. Hopefully it will be sooner rather than later. But unless he can salvage something out of this right here, he's about to go a lap down by these 7 cats right here. As a matter of fact, I say it's 7. Guess what? Now it's going down to 6. The number 17 of speed has now lost a draft. Number 8 car of Ranger, given the same exact circumstance, he is trying to salvage whatever he can, making his way around the racetrack all by himself after that wreck. The 32 Aberjack leading the pack right here. You will soon see the number 3 of below, as you see him right there in the view. He is about to go a lap down unless the caution comes out. Unfortunately, folks, this is where it can definitely be a little bit of a snooze fest, but staying single file like this and staying orderly, given after the wreck happened, not too much action to behold right here. Everybody's going to stay single file for the most part, saving fuel, doing whatever they can to be able to make it to the end in the front to win the Daytona 500. As you see, it took no time to catch up to that 3 car, y'all. This 3 car is about to get freight trained like it is just like he's just sitting there. Good thing for below average Wayne, if he does end up getting a lap down, if he can keep that draft and stay with these cats right here, he will be the very first car lap down, thus getting the lucky dog. Hopefully those circumstances will work out for him, but right now it don't seem too promising, especially if he hangs on the high lane there. By the looks of it, the number 80, is that the 88? Yes, the number 88 of Skywalker is going to give the number 3 a helping hand. And just like that, the 3 car now has a draft. So he will definitely be the first car lap down. So do not believe the 3 cars in the lead lap, folks. He is a for sure lap down car, but he's going to be able to stick with this pack, and it has the strongest chance of being a lucky dog if caution comes out. So pay no attention for the 3 car as far as being in contention to win as of right now. He's just a scapegoat right now. Just whoever can use him to get to the lead whenever it's necessary, that's what he is going to be used as right now. But anyway, so you see the 3 of below average weighing sitting in between the number 1 of Texas and the number, I think, is that the 9 or is that the 88? I couldn't see. Okay, so that is now between the number 88 of Skywalker. So the 88 of Skywalker, they're going to do whatever they can to get in front of that 32 using that 3 car pretty much as a pick if they can. You see the number 1 of Texas boy here getting shuffled back on the high lane here. He will go back to 6th place. 32 here. Possibly about to get passed by the 3 car here. That is not for the lead, folks. The 3 car is going to try to pass the 32. That is not for the lead. But the guy that is behind him, the number 88 of Skywalker, that's for the lead. The number 9 behind him, that's for 2nd place. These cats right here are using the 3 car to their advantage to be able to try to take the lead. A little bit of contact made to the wall, though. That will kill a lot of that momentum here. But it looks like it don't kill them all that much. These 4 cats right here, the 3, the 88, the 9, the 24, they're all going to use the high lane to slingshot around the 32 car. The 3 is not in the lead. The 88 is, however. The 9 car trying to take 2nd away. Still trying to get help from the 24 of Death Note. But it looks like that momentum is going to get killed off as Mr. Skywalker and Mr. Below Average Wang dives down to the low lane in front of the 32 car. Oh, we're under caution, folks. I had no idea we were under caution. There was not a caution called. Okay. So the yellow is out. The yellow is out. And guess what? Because the 3 car crossed the line in front of the lead lap pack, we now, instead of having the 3 car as a lucky dog, we have the number... Who's that? The number 2 of Doug? The number 2 of Doug is our lucky dog, I believe. Sure enough. Okay, folks, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to let everybody go to pits and do whatever's necessary. Thank you all again for sticking around. Don't go away for too long. We're going to be back to green flag here in the next 2 laps. They're going to wave around these guys here. The number 22 went to pit road, but pit road was closed, so he will start at the tail end of the longest line, if I'm not mistaken. However, when we do come back around, though, green flags pit stop. I mean, my gosh, pit road will be open, and then we'll be going to green flag right after that. So stick around, guys. Don't wander around for too long. We will be right back very shortly. Thank you for watching, y'all. Alrighty, folks, welcome back. We kept our camera view on the 88 here. We were believing that some cars were going to be able to come out in front of him, but he took fuel only. So, man, we have a car back here that just wrecked, and that looks like Zebo again. That's the third time that we have to wave off a green flag because the 48 has spun for whatever reason. Oh, and to clarify, let's put our sights on the 22 here. So, we're going back to green flag? Okay, so green flag's back underway. We thought we were waving it off there because of the 48. Sounded like the 48 told him to go ahead and get a move on. Anyway, so the 22. So here was the situation. There was some miscommunication about where green flag was open, God almighty, when pit road was open and when pit road was closed. And he was under the impression that pit road was open. He did not get that communication. So when he went to pit road to avoid the penalty, he did not take no tires nor fuel. Thus was granted to get back into the position that he was in, given that he did not take any pit road. Oh no! A huge, terrible wreck going on behind him. The 00, the 3 again involved in it. The 8 car and the 24 car here all wrecked, and we are not out of the caution rule yet. So we are still under green flag, and again a tough break for the 3 car below average Wayne. He just got in front of everybody to still stay on the lead lap, but just barely, and then all of that to be decimated by yet another wreck to happen. So we'll go back up here to the front to see that the 88 has taken the lead. And he took the lead by taking fuel only under pit road, so we're going to see how all this plays out here when they have to pit one more time. This should be, I think this is 13 to go. I want to say this is 13 to go. We'll get a confirmation here in the next little bit, folks. Meanwhile, we're going to keep our eyes on these cats right here. We've got the top 4 right here. The 88 of Skywalker, 32 of Abjack, number 1 of Redneck, 22 of Nitty here. They're going to try to do whatever they can to get away from the next 4 front pack right here, which is going to be the 21 of Bama, the 9 of Red, the 2 of Doug, and the 17 of Speed. We're going to see how well these cats right here can play it. Don't look like the 21, though, is holding a good enough line to keep this momentum going. And number 9 is getting infuriated over that. He is all over the back bumper of the Wood Brothers 21 vehicle. Meanwhile, let's go and see. Oh, that's 37? Oh, man. The 37 has now blown a motor. He is now out of the race. The 48 of Zebo doing his darnest to salvage whatever he can from that accident that happened. Alongside the 00 of MDM right behind him. So they are 9th and 10th accordingly. Super massive tough break for the 3 car. Won stage 1, had a chance to win stage 2, and then had gotten shuffled back pretty bad from an incident that happened, and now 2 wrecks in a row has all but taken him out of contention of a chance to win this race, unless yet another caution comes out. Meanwhile, Texas Boy. I don't think we've mentioned much about Mr. Texas Boy here, driving the Monster Energy drink. He was in the lead there for a little bit there at the start of the race, pushing all these cats that he could to get himself up there into the lead. And now here he is in 3rd place with number 22 of Nady right behind him in contention to win the Daytona 500. And I also mentioned about Texas Boy. He came up short last season. If I'm not mistaken, he finished 2nd place in the Daytona 500 last season. A runner-up behind Mr. Red 45 Neck. He's looking to redeem himself to nab the Season 11 Daytona 500. Also winless in this league, definitely not a winless racer by no means in the game of NASCAR. Looked like the 22 lagged there. My apologies, folks, for cutting short on what I was about to say. Looked like he was about to wreck, but he ended up saving it, staying in the draft when we keep on going. He is a multi-winner in Applejack's Checker Flag PS4 league. Hadn't raced in his league in quite a few years, if I'm not mistaken. But definitely has improved over the last several seasons. Definitely has become a faster, more competitive racer. So this cat right here, he is hungry for a win if I've ever seen any other cat hungry. Eight laps to go. As we see these four cats right here, we're going to quickly go to the second pack right here. Not that pack. This pack right here. So Mr. Red 45 Neck found his way around the 21 of Bama. They believe that the 9 car has a bigger motor under his hood than all the other cars that are surrounding him. So they're going to do what they can to push him to get back up there to the top 4, if it's possible, with less than 8 laps to go, going to 7 laps to go right now. The number 9 of Red 45 Neck, a 6-time champion, won 6 straight championships between Season 3 and Season 7. No, Season 8, my apologies. This cat right here has almost 80 wins if he's not already there under his belt. Definitely will have his name. Let me rephrase that. He has his name written in the books of the Hall of Fame. Him and Zebo and JC Liv are all inducted into the ABSA Hall of Fame. That the very first inductee being JC Liv. In honor of him and serving our country and being our Season 1 champ and all of what he's contributed to keeping this league going the way that we see it now today. Much appreciation to Mr. JC, and we cannot wait to see you back on the racetrack, buddy. But as always, we understand and we love you, and we're just keeping you in our thoughts and prayers, man. But anyway, so here we go. To Speed King, trying to help push the cause back up here to the front 4. I don't believe I'll have enough time to do it because I believe we're now down to 6 laps to go. And with 6 laps to go, we're going to keep our eyes on Mr. 22 Nitty here as they come around, if I'm not mistaken, to 5 laps to go. Yep, that is 5 laps to go. And here's the other caution rule. When they come around next time, when it hits 4 laps to go, no more cautions. Anything happens, it is all bad luck for you, my friend. It is just a matter of just because of where the game doesn't have it set up to the way that we race this league. This game's not set up to where we can have enough time to do green-white checker shootout after 4 laps to go. Which, by the way, 4 laps to go. No more cautions. The 22 of Nitty, you see him lagging back here a little bit. He's waiting to see his best move to make whenever he can get around these cats. He's not waiting 3 laps to go. He's getting it done now. Texas boy's doing the same thing. And by the looks of it, the 22 is now going to try to push Texas up here to the front 2 to try to pass them for the win. The 88, the 32, the 1, the 22. We're going to keep our eyes on them for the rest of these laps here, folks. We're approaching 3 laps to go for the Daytona 500. And as you can see, those second 4 pack of cars there, not even within sight. No chance of them ever to catch up here. We have no cautions left to be able to throw out. We've got 3 laps to go. We've got 4 cars that are hungry. We've got 1 defending champion. We've got 1 that has just started his season last season with only a couple wins under his belt, ready to get a Daytona 500 win from ABSA. We got a winless Texas boy here who is ready to win. He knows how to win from Applejack's league. He wants to show Applejack he knows how to win in this league. We've got the 22 of Nitty, a multi-cup winner here. He is coming down, trying to steal a win for the Daytona 500. Coming down to 2 laps to go, folks. These two cats setting up the when to swing the bat to hit a home run here, guys. Those front two right here, ready to defend them. Doing whatever it is going to take to keep these two from passing them up. The 32 definitely is not going to try to let the 88 win either. He's going to try to use the 2 cars behind him to his advantage to try to win the Daytona 500. Less than 2 laps to go. These cats are just setting it up. Just be ready, folks. You have got to be ready for this one. Here it goes. The 00. He was ghosted. Don't know what happened there. But here we go. 1 lap to go. 32 of the Jack trying to bust a move here on the 88. And the 22 helping him out. But the 22 decided to jump down below him. Here comes the 22 in the point. Oh, my goodness gracious. Texas boy's going to have a run here, folks. And he is going to do whatever it takes to be able to get in front of him. And there he goes. Right there to the outside. 22 stuck right there behind the 88. Cannot bust a move with that 1 car right there on his high lane. What is he going to do? He's going to have to lay back a little bit here, but he can't lay back too much or he's going to let that 88 win. Here we go. Coming to the finish line, folks. We got the 1 car trying to make a move, but the 88 is going to win. The Daytona 500, brought to you by All BS Aside, Season 11. Congratulations to the number 88 of Skywalker. The number 88 of Skywalker, your Season 11 Daytona 500 champion. With a 22 of Nitty coming in 2nd place. Hey, sorry, Texas. Was that you or Abba that got 3rd? Okay, Abba's 3rd. Okay, thank you. Okay, folks. We're going to wait to see who got the fastest lap. The 88 bringing home your Season 11 Daytona 500 championship. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. We're going to get the fastest lap here, and then we're going to see who all can be interviewed. And it looks like the 32 of Applejack got the fastest lap, so that is a bonus point added to him. Okay. So let's get these cats rolling in here, shall we? As we are waiting for the guys to jump in for an interview. There we go. I don't have the paint scheme for the 88, but as you see, there you are, the 88 of Skywalker. Hang on just a second, folks. Here we go. Ha! Well, here we are. Our top 3 finishers. Skywalker, your season 11 Daytona 500 champion. We have our second place Nitty and our third place Abijak. So let's get the rundown, starting with our champ here. All right, Skywalker, you won the season 10 championship. Now you got the season 11 Daytona 500 belt under your waist. Tell us how you held them off. Nitty, you have got to tell me your view of how you became the runner-up for the
Well,
Daytona 500.
I mean, I would have liked to help Tex out because I feel like I owe him, and he feels like I owe him. Um, I kind of helped out at ABBA on the first race, and of course, I like to help Skywalker. So once it kind of got jumbled up, Skywalker stuck that low line. I just followed in behind him and just tried to help him get the win.
Abijak, we saw you were trying to do everything you can to hold off those 2 cats behind you while also trying to take the lead from Skywalker. What was your plan there at the end to try to execute to try to steal that win away from Skywalker? Uh, he's not. Oh, duh.
Mhm. Ain't no problem.
Well, that's all right, folks. I mean, that's part of racing. You try to plan it out within seconds of each other, sometimes within laps
Yep.
of each other, and sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Definitely a prodigy of racing. But one thing's for sure, you all put a heck of a show on, and we cannot thank you enough for that.
Thank you, Kevin.
Hey, not a problem. And while y'all are still on, y'all are more welcome to leave if you want to. But I've also bring Texas Boy on, so if we didn't get Applejack on.
Yep.
Texas, we heard a lot of disappointment coming from the end of that race there from you. Lead us through what plans you had there coming to the end of the laps.
The last 10 laps, I'm playing everything in my head. Feeling confident with Nitty behind me. I mean, he's probably right. We probably should have made her move a lot sooner. I just scared that we'd get hung out on that high side and they'd be able to hold us off. And went to make the move, and Abed went high before I ever made the move, and it just dirtied the air so damn much. I lost just about everything I had running up there to him.
Finishing fourth though in the Daytona 500 definitely ain't no feat to frown upon though. I know you're disappointed with the finish, but I mean, anytime you can get a top five in the Daytona 500, at least to me, I don't know about you all, but it's definitely a pretty
I
good
agree.
feeling to go by.
You're not wrong, especially the way this one played out. It just fourth last year and fourth this year. Just it's I just can't ever seem to do the right thing at the end of these races to put myself in position to win.
One day we'll see that Monster Energy car go to victory lane, I'm sure. Texas, just stay in there, buddy. We got you, buddy.
Yeah, just gotta do better.
Alrighty, gentlemen, you're more than welcome to leave at any time. Thank you so much for joining our interview and talking to us and giving us a little inside feedback from y'all's perspective. Thank you all again for putting on a heck of a show, guys.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks.
Alrighty, gentlemen, that is going to be it for tonight's race here at the Daytona 500. We thank y'all so very much for tuning in and watching our broadcast of our ABSA League. We do hope you all enjoy. I know there's not a lot of people that has jumped on during this live event that has seen this race, but hopefully those that have started to tune in whenever y'all do get a chance to watch this, whether it be the next day or the next week or the next month, that you all have enjoyed watching this race as much as I have enjoyed broadcasting this race for you. So much action-packed to walk through that we can't get through it all within the next 2 minutes, but do us a favor and watch our Daytona 500. See what kind of good liking you get out of it, and what kind of fun it was to see us going around and just beating and banging all over each other to nab our Season 11 Daytona 500 win. Again, guys, you all are awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we're going to be back here next week with, let's see, where are we racing at next week? Should have had this already in hand, folks. What is my problem? Let's see here. So the next week's race is going to be Chicagoland. Okay, so Chicagoland, January 28th, 9 o'clock p.m. Okay, that is on a Saturday. Do be there, folks, and we hope to see you there and enjoy yet another action-packed, fun-filled race. Ain't how much to say. Let's just go at it next week, guys. Let's see you all next time. Thank you so much for tuning in.